What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to the show. Timmy Foodie. We've been doing a few upgrades recently, so I've not put anything up for a while, so I've just kind of been testing a few things, upgrading my computer, which then caused a few headaches to actually get the footage off my kind of old school Sony NEX VG30, I think it's what it is, but it's a bit of a faff to get the files off, it turns out, when you've got a computer that's got a brand new operating system. So anyway, I think I've solved that problem now. Well, if you're watching this, then I've obviously solved it because I've managed to remove the footage from the camera and get it on my computer. So what I've also done is get myself a new microphone. It's this little Rode VideoMic Pro Plus microphone, as you can see here. I have been using the Rode lapel remote microphone, but I've been finding that's a bit annoying to, you got to keep turning it off and on again. If you forget to turn it off, the battery dies, and then you've got to swap the batteries, and it's a bit of a pain in the arse. Like, the sound quality is good and it works fine, and but because of the nature of what I'm filming, most of it's this static shot here, so I don't really need to be, fucking about with lapel mics, and because I don't really need to be wandering around with it so much. So what I thought was getting something like this, which is a bit more of a directional shotgun microphone, which is going to pick up all the good cooking sounds, which is kind of what I want. And then I'll either use the vocals on it, possibly, but I might just still do my voiceover at the end, which is what I've been doing, which I think works quite well, but we'll see how it goes. So for this one, I'm just using the mic on my camera, which is this kind of inbuilt mic on this Sony camera, which isn't too bad, I think. So it's actually going to be good to have a comparison between filming just with a standard mic on the camera and then once I've got this thing on there. So let's unbox it and see how we go. And we've got my nice Mikastas and my pocket knife thing, which is fucking awesome, with a black Mikatra or Mikatra, I don't know how you say it, handle. Pretty sweet, super sharp, very dangerous, so be careful. So let's cut this little fucker open, if I can get it in. I don't want to damage the box too much. So yeah, there was a few options with this mic to get. There is also a Rode NTG video microphone, which is a similar kind of price. This is around $350 US. You could probably get a pretty decent deal for it somewhere else, but it's supposed to be pretty good. And what I preferred about this compared to the NTG mic, which was slightly more expensive, actually about $30 more expensive, this you can put in your own batteries if you wanted to, but also run it off the mains power, which I like to do because my setup here is pretty static. So it does have a little, as you can see there, if you can see, it's got like a little inbuilt, not inbuilt, but a little separate lithium battery, whereas the NTG one, it's like an inbuilt battery, so you can't remove it. So once it's gone, which I didn't really like that. So at least with this, you could replace that or just put in AA rechargeable batteries if you wanted to, which I think is a really good feature. But also you can just plug it in via USB and power it that way. So, I've got one of those little USB plug socket power adapters down on my little power boards down here. So yeah, pretty sweet. So let's open this up. Pretty basic packaging. Look at this bad boy. So yeah, there's your rechargeable lithium battery, which seems pretty basic, so that's cool, it does the job. We've got our little instruction manual, which I'll probably not read, but I probably should read it. And then here's the little mic. So it's got a little springy, I don't know what you call it, shock mount, I guess you call it. And then that just helps with, once you mount it via the, you can just stick it on top of the camera on the, well, it's cold shoe, I guess it is. But then also what I did get, which is coming at the moment, is a little mini tripod, so I can actually station this thing just off camera, pointing up to me if I'm focusing more on my voice than the food sounds. So it'll either sit up on the camera or sit down here. It has a pretty short cable to go from the mic to the camera, but that's just a pretty standard cable, I think, like headphone jack to headphone jack. So as long as it can carry a microphone signal down it, I've got a pretty decent one of those. It's much longer, so I'll be able to sit that just off camera, kind of here, so you can't see it, and I can actually angle that up to me, pointing at me for when I'm talking. And maybe I could just change the angle if I just want to get some nice cooking sound shots or chopping shots, to get that real nice kind of sound. Like, I don't know if I'm going like full like ASMR type videos, but I want to start messing around a little bit with all my nice knives and doing some nice sexy chopping videos and getting some really nice just nicely lit shots. So playing around with my lighting setup and getting the lens a bit closer, soft focus, cool stuff. Maybe even dropping it onto my Canon 5D with my 100mm macro lens to get some nice sexy shots. So the ability to be able to move this mic around and just pick up the sound that I want, I think it's going to be quite a good plus point. So I'll show you that tripod when that arrives. Should arrive today, but I don't know. And what we're going to be doing next is the iPhone 12 Pro unboxing, so that's going to come up in a minute, but I'm going to get the microphone on the camera to do that, just to see how it's sounding. So yeah, I mean, there's the mic. I mean, you've got a little micro USB cable, which is good, that's for your charging, and I guess you can maybe even plug it into the computer and use it as a computer mic and just have that set up, so you could theoretically use it like a little podcasting mic, potentially. So it's quite versatile in that sense. The little battery door is at the front here, which I don't know if you can see in the light, just there. And then on the back, I don't know if you can see, is that going to focus for me? Yeah, so let's see what's on the back. You've got the power button, you've got the switches to go to 75 and 150, which means something. I should really know this kind of shit, really, shouldn't I? What's it got? It's got a 2-stage high-pass filter, which is what that is. So you can have a 75 hertz or 100 hertz. I don't know what that means. And then you can have the decibels as well. So you can go to, well, from 0 to -10 to +20. So depending on what you want from that, I guess. We might do some tests to see what works, but I'd probably just start off with everything on zeros and test it. And if it sounds good, I'll just leave it at that, I think. So, and then, yeah, obviously that's where the mic goes, which also does, it looks like it goes in and then screws in, but it doesn't seem to come with a little screwy adapter thing, which is weird, but I guess, I mean, I do have one that came with the lapel mic from Rode that I got, so I might be able to even use that cable because it's a little bit longer, but then, yeah, I don't know if that's well. That's a bit weird. I mean, I guess it's good to have the function so you can screw it in so it can't accidentally pull out when you're recording. So what's also good about this mic, which I don't know whether the NTG version did that or not, but it auto powers on and off with the camera. So you don't really need to worry about it draining the battery if you've turned the camera off and stopped filming and forgot, because that's something that I always did with the my lapel mic that I got. I just invariably leave one on and forget about it, and then it would be flat when I got back to it, and I'd be like, oh, bloody hell, and then I've got to change the batteries and stuff. So it's got a this thing is removable, this little muffler device, although I think it's called something else, a windsock. And there's your mic. So yeah, it's got the thing, I don't know if you can see it, that's kind of where I guess the focal direction comes from. So and then it does have some gaps at the back, so it probably does pick up stuff behind you, so you want to just be careful that if you're shooting on set, maybe people behind you aren't nattering around too much. So yeah, pretty sweet. Let's see how it goes. I'll get it all set up and we'll do the next video, so tune in tomorrow or whenever it's going to be. I might just stick these up one after another, to be honest with you. I've got about 3 or 4 other unboxing videos of stuff I've bought as well, which I haven't put up yet. I had a bit of I slacked off with the editing and the filming, and I don't know, I just couldn't be bothered for a bit, to be honest with you. Don't know why. And then now with my cooking, I'm on a bit of a diet, so it's not the most interesting stuff to film, so I've got to figure that out as well, which is why I thought doing some chopping videos for a bit might be quite nice, just some cool sexy stuff with the camera and playing around with the lighting and all the different, we've got quite a few different knives, so maybe we'll do a little series of knife reviews on the different Japanese knives I've got. But yeah, there we go. So there's my little Rode VideoMic Pro shotgun mic. Pretty simple unboxing really. Fancy knife, let me know. cut myself on that. And yeah, so check back for the next video where we'll actually be using this microphone, and hopefully we should see a pretty decent change in audio quality compared to this one, which, as I said, is just coming off the standard inbuilt camera microphone on the Sony VAG30 camera. Yeah, and that's it. Cheers, guys. We'll be back with another video soon. Cheers for tuning in. If you like the videos, want to see more, check out the actual my channel, hit subscribe, like, comment, all that jazz. There's lots more videos on there which I've been doing, just random cooking stuff, so check them out, and there's some pretty good recipes on there, so yeah, give them a go. Let me know how you get on. And yeah, we'll be back with another video soon. Cheers, guys. Bye.